Alright guys, so the Classic World Beta signups, registration, all that jazz has officially ended. But one thing I kind of already anticipated before is that Nexon... Well, I predicted Nexon was going to send out the keys, the access codes for Classic World Beta the day of or last minute. And lo and behold, they have an announcement. They are saying that on the 16th, which is a Thursday, the day of official release for the Classic World Beta, they'll be sending out the codes that same day. So I don't know, man. You would expect, you know, Nexon to really plan these things ahead. But hey, at least if you went to the PC Cafe event or MapleCon, then you should have already have your code. I know I got mine. But I've been hearing these codes aren't really bound to your email, so whatever you want to do with that information, that's in your guys' hands or heads now. Do with whatever you want with that information, but guys, we're just 30 subs away from 1K, so I appreciate everyone's support. Even though you know maybe you'll just sub to support the goal, but then and then unsub once we hit 1K. That's fine with me, but we're just 30 away, guys. Oh my god, we're almost there. But appreciate each and every one of y'all, whether y'all chatters, lurkers, clankers. Ooh, not the clanker, man, but I don't know, man. These days I've been seeing some clankers in FM lately. Now, do I go out of my way to report them? Probably not. I can't be bothered. But yeah, yesterday I said something about going on the hero. The more I thought about it, I'm like... Yeah, I don't know, like, we'd probably be at squids or sharks. I mean, honestly, don't really care. I really think the play right now, currently, is to save up as much as we can. I believe today we can hit our 2-147-483-647 goals, so... maybe within the hour. I think we're at 2 bill right now. I'll pop a baby chick as well. We have a lot of Easter eggs. 70 Easter eggs to exchange, so maybe you can get some Easter event items. I don't know, man. I guess the weapon is perm. And so maybe we'd actually prefer the weapon. But yeah, I found like... I want to say like 4 decent overalls. I slammed 30s and for some odd reason, the overalls weren't booming until I slammed like the 3rd one. So the scroll didn't really pass, but they weren't booming either. So, you know... Each overall was like, you know what, we'll try one more. It was still around. That's why we always say, if the 30 fails, just boom, man. Look at, there goes all of our vouchers. Now, we didn't exchange any scrolls, but we did spend like 2 stacks of vouchers. Scrolling overalls. There's a major one. But our savings will be kept track in Mesos. Yeah, if we're lucky too, we'll probably be close to 150. So again, this character hits 150. Oh my god, it's catching up to the Buccaneer, but this character hits 150, we get an extra 1 weapon attack. A measly 1 weapon attack with a Buccaneer, but... Hey man, 1 weapon attack is like what? How much range is that for the Buccaneer? It's like shy of like 100 range, right? Maybe like 60, 70 range. Something like that, whatever it is. I really don't know. But yeah, we've definitely been saving up our skills. I think right now we are currently around like maybe 230 rerolls, 240 rerolls. I was actually thinking about rolling a knuckle today, but like, yeah, you know what? We might as well just wait for the comms. You know what I mean? Let's see what Boutei's gonna be cooking up by... Let's see here. Is our timer active? It should be active, right? Oh, no, it paused. Wait. And now it should be active now. 68 days, 23 hours, and whatever minutes and seconds. Again, this is not the official release timer, but no, just my guesstimations. I believe I put it for June 16th. I can actually check. Yeah, June 16th. That's our, I guess, deadline. Not really a deadline, but like we should have 4th job before then. Best case scenario we do, but I'm pretty sure if Boutei needs more time, or maybe, who knows, maybe we get Classic World in May and Boutei's like, you know what, I'm gonna take a quick vacay. But yeah, I mean, I'm saying this right now, if Classic World's not released officially in May, then I don't know, man. Might as well just delay it till next year. And the end of the year. All I know is better pacing than Artale. Of course, we have the obligatory Artale stray, but... yeah, it is what it is. Like, our only source for news about Artale is from a rec, so if a rec is not here, we are in the dark, man. And I've been looking at more and more into the class changes. I didn't even know Page gets like a passive weapon attack buff. I have never seen that. For blunt weapons specifically. I was trying to look around for it. I don't remember seeing that weapon attack passive, so unless I missed it, I'm pretty sure that's fake news. But the more that we look into the alleged leaks so far for Classic World Beta, I'm liking the bonk, man. The blunt weapon, I'm kind of digging it. Because if you think about it, pages with their blunt weapon are similar to crossbowmen in terms of like final attack. Mostly like single target. I'm just kind of wondering too, because like you can still proc final attack if you use a mobbing skill, right? Like it will only work on one monster. Hopefully that's the case, because if so, it's not really too bad. Like, at least with Slash Blast, there shouldn't be like a damage penalty. I know Iron Arrow has a damage penalty. But the whole concept with the final attack is you kill whatever you're hitting first before the arrow pierces. So you kill that monster hopefully in like 2 hits. And the arrow just scales down. So even though the freaking, I guess, penetration damage sucks, like the damage loss, I think the final attack, well, assuming you kill the first monster you hit quickly, I think it'll average out, right? That's our motto too. If it's not CC or DC, everything averages out. At least from what I've seen, the beta hype, the whole data mining situation's been... It's been calming down. I wouldn't say dying down, but it's been calm now. Yesterday was so... oh my god. People were just yapping away. I'm really looking forward to the whole new crafting system. Because if you think about it, right? Back then, where did the scrolls come from? Like, who made them? You told me the monsters did? No way, man. Like, where did the scrolls even come from, man? Someone has to make them. They can't just spawn in, right? I'm calling it now. Those parchment papers, however you... Whatever, like, whichever method you need to do to make them. They're basically a reskinned version of spell traces. Except spell traces drop from mobs randomly. You don't really have to craft spell traces, right? No, you don't. I think overall, you know, these changes are for the better. Don't get me wrong. When we were going over that post yesterday night about like the community feedback or whatever, it's pretty spot on. But they mentioned something very interesting, the purists versus what? Like pragmatists? I've never heard of that word before. I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some elements that you have to keep classic. But I'm not exactly a firm believer, like, everything should be the way it was back then. Because at this point, man, if you really think there's no issues with old school Maple back in the day, I don't know what to tell you, man. I think the number one is the whole like travel situation. Like I wouldn't mind like a travel period. It just can't be anything too lengthy, man. A lot of people are saying, oh well, the game hasn't always been like fast paced how it is in GMS. That is true, although I'm pretty sure you'll get sick of it eventually. You know, the whole boat ride thing gets pretty old fast. Like, thinking long-term, right? At least from what we've seen in the settings UI, there's an option to, like, enable people to TP to you. So it's highly likely there's going to be teleport rocks, whether it's paid or, you know, provided in-game for free. Because I feel like the argument for these longer boat rides is for like the community socialization, but I'm pretty sure after a certain while, like no one's going to be like socializing in game. They'll be tabbing out. You just put a timer, you come back to whenever, you know, they arrive at the destination. But the major concern is this. What if there's no one, like... What if you have empty, like, boat rides? Like, I would say maybe... Like, towards the beginning, it won't be the case, but after a certain point, right? There won't be as many people riding, especially with the teleport rocks. So, I don't know, man. After Pictra? What is that? Is that the monster riding thing? I think it popped up in the home screen for Maple Worlds. Again, like I'm only on Maple Worlds. I'm pretty sure the majority of player base are just playing for old school Maple. I didn't see the video that they have like as a trailer or teaser. I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure about this game. Doesn't look too interesting to me, man. Because I don't think I've ever played any like, old school, classic-ass, like, game on Maple Worlds. It's always been, like, Artale, ChronoStory. And not to mention, there's that one other server with the rebirth system that we played off-stream. We're just trying it out. It was pretty cool at first, but the language barrier... It's kind of hard to navigate through the UI. So we didn't really get too far, but it's still interesting, you know. But at least for me, if it's not old school Maple, I'm probably not going to test it out, you know. Not really like a reason for us to test it out. But yeah, the whole traveling situation, like it's inevitable, man. Like, no matter how much people say they are going to add quality of life stuff eventually, I'm pretty sure the game's not going to be capped at 200. It's going to be like some variants of Fifth Job. However they want to rebrand it, like... I don't know if it's true or not, but this is just my perspective. I feel like these people are just so used to private servers not growing, like content-wise. Because don't get me wrong, I snooped around like what these servers provide. They're all very similar, you know? Automated rotating events, like very similar class changes, if anything. Like a boss coin system, I don't know, like... It's nothing really too innovative, you know what I mean? So at that point, they're just reusing whatever assets Nexon already made previously, whether it's from the old client or even GMS. Like I even seen stuff ripped from GMS. I'm like, what? And how are you gonna call this classic at that point, you know? According to the argument. So it just doesn't really make sense to me. Ontario? Nope, I have never heard of it until now. I don't know, it just looks strange. No, I try my best to like have like an open perspective. But yeah, at least in my, like, from what I've seen, there's nothing really too unique. They're all very similar in some fashion. Potential system? What's so special about it? Do I dare say mythic tier? Now, let me turn in these eggs. NPC, whatever we got. Okay, here we go. Turning in. One baby chick with 70 eggs, of course. Dude, how many eggs have we turned in so far, man? I don't even know. Not to mention, we have found 2, like... overalls, per se, for the warrior. At least 30 stat. This is 30. This is 31. So we probably will try to like slam some scrolls on them. And let's see here. That's pretty much it. Wait, let me pop a baby chick. Let's get a rack, a bok. Upgrade your skill with the potential. Not really. Like, I haven't played Diablo, so I can't really say anything about that, but... okay, I guess that's unique, yeah. Although the only thing I know what comes to mind is that there's like these potential lines that raise your skill levels naturally, like +1 or +2. Maybe it's something completely new, but that's the only thing I can like compare that to. Code isn't bound to email? Yeah, that's what I've been saying. It's not restricted. That's what I'm saying. It's like... when you spin Marvel Machine, it's basically like a more pay-to-win gacha in GMS. Whatever account you log in and roll the gacha machine, those codes are bound to your email. So I'm wondering why they didn't do the same thing. But I don't know, man. My friend's code apparently didn't even get one. Now, how much are they going for? Like, at that point, you're only paying for the code to get the name and chat rings. That's pretty much it. And then when I got my code, I used mine immediately. I don't care, man. If it's not gonna distribute market betas, I'm definitely getting my legacy item, man. One way or another. If it's not for the market beta, I'm getting something. $50? I mean, I think people sold MapleCon stuff, MapleFest stuff for a lot more than that, so that's not really too bad, I guess. You're paying like 25 for each ring. But to be honest, you're only buying the code for the cosmetics. Like, I'm pretty sure they're able to make these codes bound to the email, but I don't know, man. Because if they can do it for Marvel Machine, I'm pretty sure they can do it this time around, but... Anyway, I got a conspiracy for you guys. The reason why they didn't bind the codes to email accounts is because they're selling these codes, you know, behind the scenes. Ooh. I wouldn't be surprised, man. Like, GMs can generate their own codes. Like, I heard crazy allegations ever since from the first MapleFest we went to. See, I think I missed something. Antaria's reworked the map. Okay. Yeah, given how Nexon is, like, they're probably not gonna do it. They're probably not gonna do anything, man. Let's be honest here. I wouldn't be surprised, man. GMs, employees, selling codes. Like how I was selling crack in the past. The Papillata's crack. They are code dealers, man. Code dealers. Dealers. But yeah, man, why aren't you never not grinding with Sneeze, man? Do you play the game if Sneeze isn't on? I'm gonna say no. If Sneeze is not on, you're not on. Yo, J Legend, how's it going, man? Today we are officially going to hit 2147-483-647. Now, what did I say, guys? I wouldn't be surprised if they sent out the codes last minute. I was right, man. I was right. They're gonna send the codes last minute, the day of. What did I say, man? What did I say? I guess they'll have like a hard time like figuring out, okay, well, who has early access, who doesn't. Honestly, man, it doesn't even make sense for the early access crap. Just have everyone play, man. The sooner you get these people playing... Well, I guess, you know, if anything, to higher your rates for quality feedback. Well, oh well, man. That's how they want to approach it. So be it. $30 more. Yup, 30 more, guys. 30 more. I have noticed we finally hit 10Ks on these Gobi houses. Jeez. We've been here for way too long, man. And then I saw something about NexTale. This popped up on Reddit randomly. I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but... apparently, if it's not like ChronoStory or Artale, every other server gets pretty much like... a lot of crap. That's not really right, but... like, I never actually logged on to Artale, not Artale, but... NexTale and Old School Maple. That's why, like, whenever we talk about those servers, just take it with a grain of salt, because I don't really have, like, an accurate opinion of it. But I will say, I mean, other than what Boutei mentioned about NexTale using excessive AI, I don't know, maybe it's better than we think. At least when I look at the features, it's like, yeah, it doesn't really seem too interesting to me, so that's why we never gave it a shot. Like, it just has to be like naturally interesting to us, and then we'll check it out, you know? ChronoStory is like, huh, this is pretty much the old school reboot. Seems pretty interesting. But pretty much any other game that releases on Worlds that are similar to, like, ChronoStory, would just be compared to ChronoStory, man. Blue overall, weight 25 stats. Nope. Old School Maple? Oh, really? You tried OSM on Maple Worlds? For reroll stats and skills? Wait. Oh, for the reset stuff? Like the AP, SP resets? Oh, damn. Yeah, that's one thing people will not like for Classic World. At least during the data mining stuff. The AP and SP resets are in the cash shop. They are in the cash shop, but I believe they resets every point. I know back in the day it was like you have to pay per point that you want to reset. That was dumb, man. It's crazy how people still paid for that. So probably that's something people will kinda would not appreciate about Classic World. But they do have this like leaf point system or leaves or something. I'm hoping like this is a way to like earn in game. That'd be pretty cool. That doesn't involve like a Meso market or like, you know, MTS, if anything. But I think specifically for OSM, right? They're able to have like how many people on the channel? Dice roll and character creation? Are you talking about Classic World? I heard some things about the dice roll, but the character creation? Ooh, I don't know about that. Are we all going to be named Test 1031? Are we all going to be named experiments like in Lilo and Stitch? Hey, hear me out. I want to be experiment 626. That's me. That's crazy, man. Compared to like how much we NPC between here and Apex Cornians, oh my god. And this is a good way to answer the question. Like with drop rate buffs, I can actually say how much Meso, because we started off with 0 when we started, so in 28 more minutes I can see how much we're at. Currently we're at 40 mil, so at least with drop rate buff, maybe it'll be like 80 mil. Oh, this dude is always missing one stat, man. What is this, 26? It's always missing at least one stat. I think if it's above 30 or at 30, I think it's worth trying 30s on. Yeah, that's true though. Like, damn. I'm gonna miss a dice roll. You guys remember that I was watching my first, like, Artale VOD? We spent, like, what? I believe in that video was, like, 16-ish minutes. But before that, I was actually rolling. Because on release, I remember that Artale had to do, like, a mini wipe. Because information wasn't saving. But during that period, I was still rolling for the stats anyway, so technically we'd never like entered the game yet. But I think in total I was rolling for like maybe like almost an hour. Oh my god. Yeah, I would say it's probably around an hour. Yellow shoes, don't care. Yeah, hopefully they bring it back, but again, like, they can always change things between now and the official launch, so nothing is really set in stone. It's like, who knows, maybe they tease this new crafting system, and what if they just scrap it? Which I don't think they will, but I will say though, yesterday we were going over like the scroll tiers. So there's lesser, intermediate, and greater scrolls, and then chaos scrolls. I'm like, nah, man, you gotta rename the chaos one. You gotta rename it. Because technically, I guess the meta would be just land at least one chaos. Assuming they don't change the name. We'll land at least 1 chaos and just 60 the rest. Because at that point, why would you even slam at 10%? You know what I mean? If they're both 10%, but one has a guaranteed boom chance, you might as well just risk the boom chance. So I feel like they have to like kind of maybe buff 10% somehow. Because from what I've seen, like most of these scrolls just give like plus stat, right? Like for the weapons, I believe they only give like +1 weapon attack, +3 or +5. Or +2, right? Like scrolls these days, at least in ChronoStory and back then, they give like, what? +1 main stat if it was a 60. So it's kind of weird how that scaling is. Yo, Sneedo, thanks for the follow. So yeah, I've just to simplify things, you know, I guess newer players wouldn't know the history behind the term chaos, but just like how they reversed the whole switch up between like attack power and weapon attack. I believe attack power was a better stat. And they reverted so like weapon attack is the best stat. It's so weird how they changed it up in the first place. No, similar situation for the chaos thing. Like just change the name of that tier, you know? So it's lesser, intermediate, greater, and then something else. Not chaos. I don't know about y'all, but I think the name Astral, you know, rolls off the tongue. Astral scrolling? Damn. Forget chaos scrolling. I definitely do think like they should make a new name for it though. Just for the sake of simplicity, you know what I mean? Right, let's see. We're at 51 mil. 20 minutes left. Yo, what is that name? Zoom! Alright, zoom. Let's see. Well, ice sliding will be good. I think they'll always be good, man. If I remember correctly, they're the only ones that with the mobbing skill that hit 6. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it hits 6, right? Lightning Bolt? Or Thunderbolt? It seems like every other mobbing skill hits max 4. And if not, I mean, I do know they kind of suck in like one mob in Forgotten Hollow. They do have those like those salamander mobs that are weak to lightning and ice. It's not a complete loss, but I don't know. A lot of people are saying fire poison are just the worst mage. I still disagree with that. I'm pretty sure the fire weakness is the reason why they had to nerf fire arrow, or well, at least on paper. Mostly everything in Forgotten Hollow is weak to fire, including the endgame mobs. Both of them are weak. Well, not endgame mobs, but like the endgame areas in Forgotten Hollow. They're both weak to fire. Or was it holy? No, I'm pretty sure it's fire. At least from what I remember, like, I do know, like, back then, having any type of, like, elemental advantage was so rare. So yeah, I would say, you can't really, I guess, cut fire poison out of the picture just yet. Not just yet, man. I don't know why, but when it comes to kick followers, I get so nervous because I feel like they're more bots than anything. I mean, if you guys aren't bots, forgive me, but I tried kick before, and other than J Legend and like a few people, they turn out to be bots, man. They turn out to be clankers, man. Clankers. Clanker alert. Like, what is going on? Why is there like... Nah. Clanker alert, right? Clanker alert? You're a bot? That's true. That's why you have a wrench next to your name. True, man. True. But come on, let's be honest. How you chatting and still at Showtime with Sneeze? Come on, man. I call cappuccino. Kick is strange. Yeah, like to like deter the bots. Like I had to raise the count age like I think 1 month or something. 'Cause even 1 week, it's like people are still like, I don't know, man. Like I'm getting sick of the whole like, oh, add me on Discord. Like the same practice for like botting in general. And like in MapleStory, like to higher your standards for like detecting bots or like deterring bots, the more you punish like the average or like real players, you know? You see no bots? Yeah, probably because they can't chat in the first place. Like, I forgot what restrictions I put, but like... Whatever I was using before, it wasn't working because... they still do that copy and paste message. I haven't really seen any so far, so hopefully it stays like that, but I don't know. Okay, come on, man. I want to slam some scrolls. Actually, we do have 2 warrior overalls. Maybe we'll just slam those. Now, let me just slam those after 5 minutes or so. Why not? We'll log on to the hero. It's been a while. Although we won't actually play the hero. But yeah, Rek, did you ever call your ISP? See what's the deal with the buffering? Yeah, man, when Classic Worlds is dropped, well, at least for the beta. Dude, that's the 14th, right? So we should be departing on the trip I'm not sure. It's either Sunday or Monday. Sunday, Monday. Come back hopefully Saturday. If not Monday. Monday morning. It just depends on the layovers, man. I'm hoping Saturday though, man. The earlier the better. I feel like if it's gonna be Saturday though, it'll be like super early in the morning. I mean, at least after converting time zones. Yeah, it's gonna be super early in the morning. Oh, well, man, whenever I come back, I'm launching it, man. I don't care. I'm launching it immediately. Equal note, yeah, same. Like the CMs only give out these buffs when there's gonna be like some sort of announcement. Maybe next week. During. Actually, it's probably next week. Next week with the early beta testing period for Classic World. That's like probably the only like opportunity I can think of. And if it's not next week, then I'm not sure when the current events end in GMS, but probably the week after that. Because I think Challenger World ends on what? The 21st or something? The 20th? So maybe the last week of April. And by the way, aren't we supposed to be getting a test server for GMS? Wait a minute. Didn't they say early 2026 for the test server? So if anything, I would assume the Ink Note was going to be related to that. Like, I'll have some content covering over the test server. Isn't it crazy though, after all this time, like, no test server? Oh wait, there it is. There's a spam. Oh god, man. I'm telling you, man. Any follows on Kick, I just assume you're a bot. Dude, what'd I tell y'all? GMS test server? Yeah, GMS. I'm pretty sure they said early 2026. Anyway, let me slam some scrolls in these overalls. Still 11 minutes left, so I would assume like maybe we hit like 80 mil with the drop coupons, if anything. Wait, this guy has scroll vouchers as well? Hold up, what the... Bot farm? What's the bot farm? Wait, no, it's the wrong character. Oh my god. Alright, this should be pretty quick, man. This should be pretty quick. by 2 overall for Dex. Alright, so let's start with the... Which one was it? This one? 31? Alright, here we go. So technically, you get 9 stat per scroll if you count the speed. I think the speed doesn't really matter, but it's still a stat, so... Okay, there's one. It's gone. Alright, number 2, you're next. Oh, I missed. Okay, just failed. Dude, like... at 30 luck is not it, man. Even on the mules, man. Even the mules are struggling with the 30s. Even the mules, man. Alright, we got another baby chick. Nice. Yeah, I didn't know Beam Brigade members had access, but what was it? I believe it was during the whole like cap on store order fragments, right? For 6th job. And something about the booster. Like I think they were supposed to keep it hush hush, but you know, they did the community a favor and ratted out Nexon in a good way. But to be honest, I didn't really understand what the whole point of the Beam Brigade. Like, they don't really do anything. At least from my experience. It didn't seem like they really did anything, right? You know, honestly, maybe not for GMS, but they should do something similar for Classic World. Again, assuming Classic World really pops off and stays like pretty healthy beyond the initial phases of nostalgia, right? Ideally, Beam Brigade or something like that will be more appropriate for Classic World, if anything. Not so much GMS, because GMS, like, you literally just follow what KMS gets, and then you can just predict what we'll get. There's no reason to, like, make guides or anything like that, because KMS already has it covered. Like, it kind of seems redundant. The Classic World. That's a different story, man. Yeah, then I believe, yeah, the NX. How much did he get? Was it like 50k a month or something? I remember watching some YouTube videos back in the day where like... who was it? I think it was a Might. Yeah, it was a mite. I remember watching a video saying, "Oh look, like I'm spending my bean brigade NX on Marvel Machine or something." You know, like just for them to like advertise the Marvel Machine, but dang, I miss a mite, man. If you guys don't know who a mite is, he has this whole series of being free to play on the reg server, which is Swipe to Win. And he got pretty far, you know, just merching, playing the game. But then sooner or later, he just, you know, he hit his goal and he quit. It's a very long journey. Like, he got to endgame at the time. Being a free-to-play player, like... that just goes to show that it's not really impossible to be free-to-play, but, like... you really gotta know what you're doing and spend a lot of time to the point where it's like, it's probably not even worth it. Unless, you know, you're just doing it for the self-satisfaction or, you know, for the journey. Because the meta would be like, you save up all your NX, all your Maple points, you merch Maple points or NX through the in-game market system. You hold and save and hold until there's an event. And that's where you spend for cubes. I'm sure a lot of people don't have that patience. Like, it's definitely doable. It's just a grind, man. But that's MapleStory, man. I guess any other MMOs out there, everything is a grind. $1 mil NX, 1K? 1K game currency? It was so funny, like, you know how like back in the days with these like random hot times or like hot days or whatever, like in one of these boxes you had like a really small chance to win like 1 mil Maple points or something like that. You guys think like people actually won? Or is it just a gimmick, man? You know, like, you know how like nowadays they say, oh, like enter for the chance to win this or that? Like, do these people actually win? Like, how do we ever know? I know back in the day, the collected item was the Lucky Guy medal. Like, you know for sure someone got that. I mean, it's floating around the market. But like, if you were the recipient of like winning these NX or Maple points, whatever it is, what if they actually paid it out? Okay, so assuming if we didn't scroll temporarily, yeah, we should be like maybe like 70 mil after this NPC. All right. Now I know my answer. When someone asks me, oh, where your race of Gobies? I got you. Although I don't keep track of the vouchers or scrolls. That's for a different time. But currently we are at like 200. I think after this stash, we're almost at 250 gas tickets. But we're just gonna be saving them, man. Like, I don't really see a reason to roll down not Lift Harbor, but a mega sector for the earrings. Florina Beach, it's not accessible, unfortunately. There is no Florina Beach, right? That would be something released in the future. I believe Boutei marked it as like a revamped area. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure that's in the roadmap. Yeah, revamped Florina Beach. What level is your ice lining? I'm assuming if you're asking about Florina Beach, like maybe 40s. Okay, level 40. Okay, I was gonna say like, if you're a little bit higher, you can go to the Flaming Golems. Those can get your evil wings drop. Glove for magic attack scrolls. They're ice weak, but... Let me see if I can help you out. Because of the freaking ChronoStory decks. Options are very limited. Yeah, at least early game, yeah. I don't know why Lorraines and Clangs are in here, but I'm pretty sure... Oh wait, they're in the game? Wait, Beach Hunting Ground? Oh, this map looks pretty dog. Oh, I didn't know the crabs were in the game. What? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this map is so bad. Like, look how you'll have to navigate. I don't know about that. Yeah, you're better off training on ice weak monsters. Or maybe you could try red drakes. Yeah, but you can always reset. If you talk to Cody in the FM, if you have 1 mil, you can reset your skills. Firebores, Celians. I forgot what level did I go to red drakes? Maybe like 50s. I'm not really too sure. Yo, it's good to see Mac. How's it going, man? It resets the whole job. So for the low cost of 1 mil, no swipes. Maybe one day you want to use Lightning Bolt, the next day you want to use Cold Beam. All good. Although 1 mil early on is kind of tough, but I'm pretty sure by level 40 you should have like a few mil or so. Yup, and that's why we like ChronoStory. You can experiment with your builds. You even get AP resets too. It resets the whole thing. Yeah, very worthwhile. I don't know. Are freaking red drakes out of your range? If you max cold beam, you'll still do pretty decent here. I'm not sure what your accuracy. I'm not sure what this is. It definitely uses website. Use a calculator. I want to see if the hit rate like it is still 50%. I think it's not that bad. Although I don't remember what level I went here, because I know I spent a decent amount of time here to farm for the earring stuff. Because you get both 10% and 60s. Hey, yo, C-Mac, you're around. Are you going to take another one of those naps? Alright, it's been 15. How many eggs do we have? You got 10 eggs? Surely we get one more drop coupon, right? Ideally, every 15 we get at least one coupon. But we'll see. Okay, last wave. Let me see. Come on, please give us at least one baby chick, man. You can give me all the chocolates in the world, but just give me at least one baby chick. Please, man. We gotta survive for the next 15 minutes. Please! Come on, wait! Yes! Let's go! Hell yeah, right. We live for another 15, man. The struggle is real. Dude, I bet you at this moment, as we speak, there's a lot of people just like theory crafting their builds right now. Seven-hour nap. I don't know, man. I feel like if your nap goes beyond 1 hour, that's no longer a nap. But you can't really call it like beauty sleep either. And that's crazy. I remember... how long was it for? Like, I remember I had to wake up like 3 a.m. or something. Forgot how long that schedule was, but oh my god. It was kind of the sudden adjustment. I think it took me like a week to like adapt. Bros questioning the nap god. Oh, so you think you're the nap god? Okay. Nah, man. Nah. Ain't no way. I forgot what was the name of the disorder, but I knew a friend that had to pretty much sleep like a sloth for like 3 months. Because they were recovering from an illness. Like they had to sleep for like 16, 18 hours a day. And that wasn't even under medication, man. That's just how much they slept naturally for those 3 months. Damn, man, you're like sleeping like a baby. I guess that's what happens when your body's like constant like fight mode. You just get so drained, man. Like whenever he would wake up, I call him. We'd talk for like 30 minutes. Like, oh, well, I gotta go eat. Self-care, then go back to sleep. Crazy part is like he would just wake up as if like he was sleeping for 8 hours or like 7 hours. Like those 16, 18 hours of sleep was like any other night's sleep. I've been sick. I feel like we talked about this before. I'm pretty sure we did, but I don't know about you, C-Mac, but I'm built different. I'm not sure if you can count like a runny nose, because like sometimes I would get a runny nose, but I would really consider that as a sickness, right? I forgot what year it was, but before that time, I think I was supposed to go to a trip with some friends during the winter time, but like one day I just woke up super sick for some odd reason. Like it came out of nowhere. The night before, completely fine. I think we were supposed to go to the mountains, you know. It wasn't really a camping trip, but we were supposed to drive up north. Man, they all thought I was, you know, faking it because I really didn't want to go. Like, no, man. At that time, I was using Facebook. So, like, I had to, like, literally... Like, they wouldn't believe me that I was super sick, so they actually... So, I told them to video call me. We did. Yeah, man, I was super sick. Was that the flu? I didn't think it was the flu. Maybe it was. But until that point, like, I was, like, between that point, ever since, like, elementary, and I never got sick. Because I guess before that incident in the winter, it's probably when I had chicken pox, to be honest. And after that days, like, we've been good. Now, this is around high school days, man. I just don't remember which year. I'm pretty sure if I guess I reactivate my old Facebook account, I can like dig through the messages if I'm really curious. I mean, if you can tolerate, just literally don't take medicine, man. Don't take medicine. Let your body fight off whatever illness you get. To a certain degree. If it's been like a few weeks and you're still sick, like, okay, you gotta see a doctor at that point, but... Ice, yeah, Cold Beam casts much faster. It hits 3 mobs. I'm not too sure if you can hit Red Drakes, like, at least half the time, but... the sooner you can go to Red Drakes, the better. I think I stayed at Red Drakes until I got closer to the Red Golem range. And then I moved to Red Golems. So the Red Drakes are level 60. I don't even know. I don't even remember the last time I took medicine. Because even during that winter, I didn't even take medicine. I think it took me like 2.5 days to recover. But yeah, like, if it took me a week to recover from that, okay, I gotta do something about it. But 2.5 weeks is not bad. I probably start getting concerned after the 4th day, but 2.5 days is not too bad. Missed weeks? Oh my god. I will say though, to this day, I have no clue how I graduated 8th grade. Or even 7th grade. Definitely at least 8th grade, and I want to say 5th grade. I have no clue how I graduated, man. I guess at that point, like, it doesn't matter. Like, they still move you up. But I was that person who just refused to do homework, man. I was fed up with it. You're at school for 8 hours? And you told me I still gotta do more schoolwork beyond school? I'm like, hell nah. Like, screw that. Like, my time at school is my time at school. If I'm out of school, I ain't doing anything school related. School work related. No child left behind? Probably. I guess they passed me because for the testing, I did okay at them, so like, if I didn't do okay, I would do at least better than people who actually did the work, you know what I mean? But in hindsight, it's so scuffed how the whole system works, right? If your kids at your school, you know, as a principal don't score as well, you get less funding? Like, what the hell is that, bro? That's crazy. That was freaking insane. You know how they say, oh, there's purists for classic Maple? And like pragmatists for people who really want like changes to classic world? Yo, man, I was a purist back then in the sense for like, school is school. Everything else outside of school is not school related. Definitely 5th grade was a turning point for me. So like, no, I'm fed up with this, man. I think I would have been cooked if like these testing, the standardized testing, if I scored like worse on them. But yeah, I was gonna go about that, man. No way. It's pretty rough too because like I remember like they would send us home with like these thick ass packets. Like you would expect to get these for summer school, like summer homework. I would say summer school, but like something you do over the summer, but nope. Like that was my last stand, bro. Like I was not gonna tolerate that anymore. Similar situation for 8th grade as well. Yeah, I'm not sure how this whole education system is nowadays, but hopefully it's been improved. I'm not sure how it is nowadays, but hoping it changed for the better. Okay, last 10 seconds. Can we get another egg buff? We got 15 this time around. 1 egg per minute. Alright, come on, man. We need another egg. We need another chick buff. Please. We need to survive another 15 minutes. Come on, man. Come on. Yes, we got another one. Oh my god, we're just hanging in there. Yo, man, back to back. Not even close, man. Alright, here we go, man. Like, in 15 minutes, same situation. Like, please, game. Please give us another egg. Another drop buff. Please. Yeah, but don't worry, guys. We are saving up for, 4th job, man. I see 2 bill can buy us 8 stacks of vouchers. You get dreams of failing a class? Damn, man. I'm happy to say I've never gotten these dreams, man. I do remember for like the first week after graduating high school, I kept thinking like I was running late. Or like I had class the next day. But it was only for that week. Alright, man. Please give us egg drops. Please. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but in high school, I was definitely a loner. Like the high school cliques wasn't for me. I would say like loner in the sense where like if you weren't part of the sports team or like a mutual friend, I could care less. Like in high school, I was definitely not that person to like be extroverted, you know what I mean? I think the only time my dreams are really vivid is when I take melatonin. Like, if I take 10 milligrams of melatonin, yeah, I'm definitely getting vivid dreams. Five milligrams are like a hit or miss. And for me, it's like my threshold is at least 5. I tried 1, 2, 3. Like, anything beyond under 5 doesn't really work. I don't take it too often, but like, when I do, when I have to like reset my sleep schedule... Oh my god, man. Like, I never smoked weed, but I'm pretty sure that's the feeling of being high. I could be wrong because I never done it, but... What sports did I play? It was mostly badminton. Played varsity. It's kind of funny because at the high school, people were clowning, oh, badminton is so easy. And the gym teacher got fed up about it, like, okay. The next day, everyone, for me, it was so weird because I had the badminton as like a separate period, but I also had to do gym. So the following day, like, when people were clowning on me for playing badminton, because the sports team was relatively new. Like, there wasn't a history of it. That people were clowning, oh, it's so easy, but when they actually step on the court... Nah, it's very hard. It's very tough. At least if you play competitively. I think any sport is easy if you're not playing competitively, but... I was supposed to get into tennis. But my issue with tennis is that I have poor control. And so it never really worked out for me. And not to mention badminton, you play indoors anyway, so... Win-win for me. Track, I wasn't really, like, to this day, I don't really prefer running. Like, I'm not against running, like, I don't hate running, but if I could just walk, I'd rather just walk. Copra Cope Classic will be fun and greedy. It's definitely gonna be fun. But there's a reason why Nexon's been around for 20 years, so they're definitely going to be greedy. You want Instagram where people do some... Hey, what? Pistol squatting on the dumbbell? I don't know, maybe that's just for the internet clout. You definitely don't need to do all that. Because at the time, I was doing both badminton casually, like as a recreational activity, and weightlifting. But it bothered me that my performance in either or was always there. Like, I would be too sore to go to the gym, or like my recovery was kind of cracked or messed up because of badminton. If I hit the gym, I'm not fully recovered for badminton, and so I'm not as fast on the court. After a while, I decided to just stick with the weightlifting, man. Because badminton is also expensive. It's very expensive. Because the birdies you use, like you can either use the nylon ones or the feathered ones. My group loves to play with the feathers, but the feathers one only lasts for like what? Maybe a game and a half? Like, yeah, it's fun and all, but I'd rather do something else. Like, I enjoy weightlifting more than badminton. Cause at least at my local, like, I guess, area, each tube will have like what? Like, I think 12 birdies, right? And depending on the quality of which birdies you buy, it ranged from like 15 to like 30 bucks. And these birdies lasting like a game and a half is being pretty generous. Sometimes people hit it wrong, and so it breaks like earlier than intended. And even though the cost per split, like I probably play like 4 or 5 times a week. So you can see how it conflicted with the weightlifting, because I was also weightlifting for 4 to 5 times a week. So it's really hard to recover. And even at a certain point too, I got frustrated. Like, dude, like I'm not as fast as I know I can be on the court. Or like I'm not as strong in the gym because of badminton. So after a certain point, I had to drop one. I can't be doing both. Same one, yeah. You probably use the plastic ones, the nylon ones. Like, at least at my badminton community, like similar to how, like, if you swipe for games and or at least for microtransactions and, you know, in the Americas, it's like looked down upon. Same thing for the birdies at my badminton community. If you use plastic or nylon ones, it was not really frowned down upon them, but like people wouldn't want to play with you. Like, if you play badminton competitively, you have to use the feathered ones. Yeah, see, Donnie plays badminton. That's why I stopped playing, like, what? Oh my god, it's been so long. Like 4 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago? Like, splitting the cost between the group wasn't bad, but like... just the amount that you burn through, like, it's crazy. I still have my racket, too. I have my old badminton shoes. And my racket. I'm pretty sure my racket's like... it's cooked at this point. If I hit one feathered birdie with that, the strings are gonna pop. It's been sitting for so long. It was fun, you know. I enjoyed the company. But at that point, I just made a decision. I enjoy weightlifting more. So see ya. Goodbye, badminton. But I'm not too sure, like, if I were to do like an actual sport. I was always curious about martial arts. But again, like, I had to pick between that or weightlifting, and I don't think at this point I'll prioritize another sport or physical activity that's not weightlifting. I guess the badminton strings weren't too bad. I don't recall like replacing my strings too often. But yeah, man, the birdies eat. Oh my god. Alright, 20 seconds. We have 9 eggs. Okay, we're down eggs. We're down some eggs, man. This is not looking good. Yo, thanks for the follow, go. Alright, moment of truth, man. Can we get another baby chick buff, please? We survived 30 minutes. Please, man. Oh, we got 2! Oh my god, dude. We are surviving, man. We are surviving. Holy crap. We are hanging in there. Alright, we're gonna save up all of our eggs until we run out. Dude, back to back to back drop coupons. Let's go, man. But even though we have all this time, haven't really found like a decent overall yet. Dude, don't get me wrong, man. If the pirate overalls drop this easy, I think I'll still be a believer in like scrolling for the pirate, but It's literally impossible, man. Now, when it comes to the classic world stuff, it's the way they worded it was kind of weird. Like, the way that they said it, you'll probably get 2 emails. Like, one is to see like if you were selected, and the second one will be on the day of the event. They'll email you the access code. Yeah, so that means if you don't get any email before the 16th saying that you're selected, that means you didn't get in, huh? Because I believe they're going to send 2 emails out. And let me take a look. Wait, double your chances at being selected for the task by participating in our Instagram giveaway. What? Dude, I'm saying, man, the 5k cap, the player cap, is an illusion, man. It is not real. What do you mean double your chances for being selected? I thought you guys had a whole ass criteria. Of some sort. Nah, man. Yeah, I think I was under the right impression. The way that they worded it, you get sent 2 emails. Those who are selected will be notified by email before the test. So if it's approaching midnight on April 15th, still no email? I'm sorry, man. Hate to say it, but you weren't selected. I don't know. What are the chances that they have like another test, like an open one? You guys think that's possible? That means also delaying the actual release. I don't know, man. Whenever they release it, though, can't wait to play a paladin. Please. It's nice to know that, you know, it's been confirmed that for sure this version of the beta is way different than before. More content, adjustments to the classes, a new system you can tinker around with. like online at all times, it's for sure not the whole 5k, man. I'll tell you that. Oh, overall, I'm not really too sure, man. Like, I know for the first week's gonna be peak, if not the first month. Axpire, yeah, so for Axpire, they changed the bleed. I think it's like 100% total damage now. So it's like an echo effect. But the bleeds is kind of weird though, because like if you smacks a monster, like what if you just keep reapplying the bleed? How is that damage calculated? Like, is it always refreshed? Okay, let's see. For GMS, I believe it's like... Is it like 6 AK players? I don't know. At this point, I'm just gonna like throw a random number. But it's probably gonna be like maybe 20k. At least for the first week, first month. Like 15 to 20k maybe. And then we'll go from there. I'm telling you, out of all the people who played, at least one of them is an actual player, and that's me. How do you pull up like the Steam players thing for MapleStory? How do you look at the players? Wait. I don't even know how to do this. You're flying, bro. You're literally grounded. How do you look at the stats for like the people who played MapleStory on Steam at least? Wait, no, we gotta be locking in with that baby chick buff. Wait. But we gotta find out, man. Hold on. Is it the community hub? Like, where is it? Okay, yeah. Okay, I see it. So apparently there's 10,000 people in game. Are they actively playing? I don't know, but... There's 10,264, and that's just from the Steam launcher. I'm not too sure what the count is on the Nexon game launcher. Damn, never mind. There's probably going to be even more people. I'm being too generous here. Because if the GMS is at these numbers currently, there's no way like it should be under or about the same for Classic World on release. There's just no way. that's what sucks too. Like, if it's not a separate client, basically we can't even tell like between Classic World or GMS. Because if Classic World uses the same client as GMS, then like the users will all be like added up together. They'll all be grouped up together. So it's hard to distinguish between both, you know, types of games. Damn, 10K for GMS? Oh, hell no. I do know just like another metric. Oh, here it is. I found it. Wait, no, this is the reviews? I'm not too sure how you would pull up the actual graph, but I would say 10K just for Steam is a lot. For a 2D mushroom game, that's not even classic. I don't know how many people play MapleStory through the Nexon game launcher, because I used to be one of those people. And I never really used Steam until like last year. I'm assuming Steam is more popular, so maybe like... maybe 15K for GMS? I don't know, just remember this number today, 10K. If they do, if they don't separate Classic World from Modern, then we'll just do basic subtraction. Whatever the number is, minus 10K. At least on Steam. We'll see. It's kind of funny, 10K players? Because at least in a reboot, like, if you go to the endgame maps, like... not even all the endgame maps are full. So there's a lot of people just AFKing, to be honest. But for sure, at least has to be matching GMS. I'm pretty sure Nexon would not take the time and money to develop Classic World if it meant to attract a little bit less of a player base than Modern. There's just no way, man. Like it has to, I would feel like it has to break even or attract more players. So 5K allegedly for the closed beta test, pretty much half of the current players in GMS right now. At least for today. Yeah, I'm trying to find that graph because that graph also tells you like the players from yesterday or like from a specific period. Someone on Steam says, why this game 50 gigabytes plus? And I quote, what it doing with all that? I don't know, man. That's a good question. Let me see. Let me just ask Google, man. I don't know why I'm trying so hard to I don't know why I'm trying so hard to find it myself. Steam charts? Click on a title, view, click view game info. Maybe I just use a third party. Screw this, man. Steam charts. Here we go. Oh, where's MapleStory? Where's MapleStory? Dude, I should have just Googled it. It's a lot easier. Oh my god. The last 30 days, 11k average. Well, safe to say 10k. Wait, no, max. Look how dead the game was. This is when I was playing. Around like 2017-ish, 2018. Look at that player count. I'm pretty sure, at least for a reg server, like at least half of those are bots. Come on, man. Let's be honest. And I stopped playing around COVID time. Definitely didn't play during COVID. Like maybe like between late 2018 to 2022. That's when I stopped playing. And then like, yeah, people would say, oh, MapleStory is dead, but like, look at these numbers, man. The numbers do not lie. They definitely are growing. Well, it's debatable. If it's actually Jose's, Clankers, or like actual players, who knows, but... Now look at this trend during the dips, man. These dips and peaks are pretty much like the seasonal players coming back to the game. Or like major updates. It's always been trending higher and higher. And what? Like, I'm pretty sure people came back to MapleStory because of COVID, if anything. So I'm wondering if without COVID, would we still be seeing these numbers today? Because again, Nexon's goal is just to get you log on once, you know? That's all it takes. Just once. One login. Because if you can do it once, they can get you to log on again somehow. What's another popular game that we can compare MapleStory to? They don't launch RuneScape on here, right? Oh, I guess you can. What the hell? I thought they had their own thing. Alright, Max. Dude, RuneScape is not even doing that well. What? Oh, well, at least this is only on Steam. Probably people use their own, like, client, right? Yeah, this is not accurate. That's what I'm saying, like, for the Nexon launcher, too, like... I'm not sure how many people use the Nexon launcher to play, because I was one of those people for many years, until now. And their peak was 5 years ago, around COVID. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have more people using their own, like, dedicated client. Yeah, this is poop for Steam, though. But, like, what's another game, like... World of Warcraft? Again, I'm pretty sure they use a Blizzard client, right? Not Steam. I don't think you can even access this on here, right? No, you can't. Now, let me see if I can find, like, another website. Okay, this is more realistic for old school RuneScape. Now these numbers, I believe, okay? These numbers, 100%. The thing that only like 1K of these people use the Steam. I was even surprised. Like, you can actually launch the game through Steam? What? Oh yeah, you can. Oh, wow. Half of them are bots, but still 60K people, more or less. Not too bad. Last 10 years. Oh my god, where did this jump? Holy crap. Now let me take a look at the World of Warcraft. I'm not even sure which site is like trustworthy. It's not as simple as RuneScape. Okay, what does use this, man? I'm not sure if this is a good website or not, but just to get like a slight idea, it doesn't seem as popular compared to RuneScape. And again, maybe it's through the Blizzard client. I don't know, but like, I've never really played too much old school RuneScape. I've never even played classic WoW, but even though the numbers are compelling, the games are completely different at the end of the day. So I doubt MapleStory would be better than RuneScape. But it's definitely shouldn't be less than classic WoW. At least according to his website. Let me see if I can find MapleStory heroic player count. And what? MapleStory 80k? Is that like combined? Is that combined between Steam and the game launcher? Just no way, right? This is the same website we use for classic WoW. Is this really accurate, man? I don't even know, man. I call it cap. 80k players? Hell no. So you're telling me like there are 10 times the amount of people or bots that use the Nexon game launcher over Steam? Because Steam says like at least 10k right now. How did this get 80k? No way, man. This is the biggest cap of my life, right? $60k players? Nah, man. We need like a GM to confirm this, man. There's no way. There's no way. Dude, this could have been so good. Oh my god, just missing strength, man. Could have been it. Wait, how many eggs do we have? Oh my god, we got 12. We got 12 eggs in 30 minutes? We got one baby chick. It don't matter. Dude, we are surviving, man. I love it. We're just barely hanging in there. Yeah, I don't know if I buy. I don't know if I buy what they're selling, man. 80k players for MapleStory. Definitely there are some bots going on in interactive, but I don't know, man. I don't believe it. There's no way. Let me see if I can find like another website. Let me cross-reference. Yeah, this is another Steam, like... Yeah, this says Steam only. Yeah, it just sucks how you can't track like with the built-in like company launcher, you know? Now let me see if I can still like hunt around. Typically it's all based off of Steam. That's the problem. Yeah, this ranking website that we use to like bot check other people, like the amount of characters made doesn't really matter. Characters don't mean crap unless these are unique characters per account. Then sure. The character count does not mean anything. Yeah, if it's not through Steam, it's really hard to get like an accurate, you know, picture. That means for Classic WoW too, since we only saw the Steam number, it's definitely a lot more, right? Because of if there's a lot more people using the company game launcher, then yeah, you can't really measure the players at that point. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it won't be as popular like RuneScape, but it shouldn't be below. It's hard to say for World of Warcraft. That's the problem. Let me see if I can dig around for WoW. Oh god, apparently we're talking about millions for a while? There's no way, right? Alright, never mind. Take that back. MapleStory is gonna be like the bottom, right? Hell no. Millions? No way, bro. Yeah, MapleStory is definitely not in the millions. I'll say that. There's no way it's in the millions. Or even like the 100,000s, right? There's no way. Alright, did I say less than WoW or more than WoW? Nah. I didn't say shit. Oh, oh my god. I almost NPC'd a 25. Oh my... oh, yeah, that's why you check, man. 25 out of 27. A 20? Alright, let me slam a 30 in 9 minutes. Damn, this is our second 25 this week. Holy crap. Oh, you know what I can do? I can probably look at Nexon's reports. Wait. That should tell us the amount of like active players, right, for MapleStory? Let me look at their PR page. A newsroom. So it's published in March 6th? Hey, what is this? Hello? Wait, the fact sheet is... This is all they say? Nah, this is not the right one. Bro, what is this? Pathetic, man. Pathetic. And never mind. Let me look for the actual presentation. I know they had one. Maybe that's for like Nexon in general. Yeah, they definitely don't update that one for MapleStory. Is it the press kit? Is it this one? I feel like I already looked at this before. Yeah, dude, they don't say their active player count, bro. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I looked at this before, yeah. I mean, have a good night, J Legend. Dude, why are they so like... If anything, you'd probably have to look at their stock. Trying to invest? No. I'm trying to... That's funny, man. I'm trying to find like the active like player count. Or the most recent active player count. Something like that. Like, I'm trying to look at their investor reportings because I'm pretty sure in these updates they should provide like some like financial breakdown. Yeah, apparently their headquarters are in it's in Tokyo. It's not even Korea. What? Their stock is at 19 bucks. Alright, man. Where's your freaking... Maybe that's only for US stocks. Like, I know US stocks, you have to publish like some... I forgot what the form was called, or like the document. Maybe since this is an overseas company, they don't really have the standard, bro. Because there's at least 10k people on Steam. Like, how many people overall, man, including the Nexon launcher? Come on, man. Or maybe I'm looking at the wrong website. I should look at Japan. Maybe I was looking in the wrong area. Wait. I can't believe I was about to sell 25 overall. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, so I found it. Q4. Okay, February 12th. But this is from last year, so... kind of behind, but let me see. Which one should I look at? This one, maybe? Actually, no, this is all money related. They're not gonna, like, talk about the players, right? Because investors don't care about the players. I mean, they should, but... I might be looking at the wrong document again. expected, blah blah blah. Dude, I am not using this baby chick to its maximum potential. How many eggs did we get? 8? Player count, that's true, but player count, I would assume is associated with growth. So I'm trying to look to see if they mentioned anything about it. Because you're right, you can just increase how much the average person spends. But after a certain point, there's going to be a cap to how much an average person spends. We're not talking about the giga whales, you know? Although Nexon's eye, that's all they care about. Let me just slam this 30. We have another 25 overall. It was good seeing you, man. Okay, we slam another one since it's so good. If it fails this one, we're done. Okay, popped. Even better. Oh, we got another baby chick. Dude, we're... Yo, let's go. Yeah, we are just surviving. Every 15 minutes, we're just hoping to get one of these. Infinite drop coupon glitch. Just hit. Anyway, let me go back to hunting. Nope. Probably the wrong document. Okay. Maybe it's a presentation? Oh, damn, we leveled up? You're right, you're right. Alright, let's take a look at this. This is a Japan's presentation. So let me see. MapleStory, wait? Nope. Hero, I think so. I forget. I haven't been on the hero lately. Like, only to scroll, but that's it. North America and Europe, 31%. Dude, the day, like, Korea is not the #1 spender, is the day we know MapleStory is on the verge of dying. Like, Korea's not the #1 spender, man. They're probably boycotting something. They are not happy. Yeah, I doubt they're gonna say the numbers, man. They don't even talk about MapleStory. I don't know, right here, right here. Dude, we need to find out how many, like, players, man. Like, if we can get, like, some hint. Now these all fine. Wait. Nah, it's just money. No, man. It's all about the money. Oh wait, number of employees. Wait. Number of employees. Okay, North America, aka LA. 187. You're telling me 187 people as of December of last year are responsible for the future of GMS? Is that what you're trying to say? Korea, 8,000 employees. America, 187. Like, to be honest, Korea makes everything, right? Oh, these are full-time. People who actually no. Full-time employees? Damn, man, what the heck is that? That skew. Narrow, I tried, man. I guess we'll never know. Maybe I should just ask my uncle, man. He works at Nexon. I'm pretty sure he'll tell me. I'll just have him slip into Inkwell's room. Log on to his computer. I'm sure he has information there, right? Because this whole time we're trying to solve the mystery of, like, how many players can we anticipate for Classic World? We got nowhere. Man, at least you tried, man. There's one thing we learned. The headquarters is in Tokyo, not... not Korea. Wow. Mind blown, man. I really wish I had an uncle who worked on Nexon. Poll? Yeah, I guess that's something. Because Steam is pretty transparent, but when it comes to companies with their own, like, in-house launchers, they're not going to show these stats. Yeah, but I don't think it'll be 10 times the current GMS population. Because according to a website we saw earlier, they said current active players is 80,000. I call cap. It is not 80,000. Like daily. No. I'm a doomer when it comes to that, man. There's no way. They're telling me 8 times the people run the game through... I guess 7 times. They run the game through the launcher, Nexon launcher, and not Steam. Probably, but... 80k for MapleStory? Nah. Hold on, give me 1 second. I don't know why. I don't buy it, man. I'm not a buyer. I guess I can predict through Steam then, since you don't have the whole data. At least for Steam, assuming like, you know, 10k people. Actually, even that itself is not accurate because those people who play GMS can still log on to Classic World if it's on the same client. So we can't really say, oh, 10k people. Like, let's say on launch day, Steam player count goes to like 50k, right? You can't say 40k are people who are playing Classic exclusively. Man, you know what? I don't want to throw a random number, but I'm gonna throw a random number because at this point, it's hard to be very like to make an educated guess when there's nothing to go off by, you know, or go off on. I'm gonna say like maybe like. Hold on, let me look at the peak one more time. Basically 18k peak. I'm assuming with one of the major updates. I'm gonna say 60k. 60k all-time peak day one. Whenever that is. At least on Steam. I'm not sure about Nexon launcher, but Steam at least. $60k. It's kind of bugging me, man. Like we're missing so much information. We're just missing decks. This could have been great. $29? Is this good enough? Because decks you can just get back. Probably not. I'm gonna make a note somewhere. I'm gonna say 60k. I'm not gonna change the number. Hey man, if I'm wrong, it's higher. Hey, the more the better. But I'm gonna say 60k, at least on Steam. Dude, this is max accuracy roll. Come on. This is 27 too. $29. You know what? I'll keep the 29. And when you gotta roll for 3 stats, it's so hard, dude. Yeah, I think it's fair to say like triple the amount of interest of these players on Steam. Was there like a player count back then? You know, there's the old like historic Nexon login page. Were you able to see how many people played back then? Oh my god, I type in old MapleStory website. I'm getting blasted by all these private servers. Like, no, do you want to see like images of the old login screen from the website? Maybe I just look at images. Oh my god, what is this? Yo, this is such a blast, dude. Oh my god. Dude, look at this. Looking at this kind of like jogs my memory. I don't think there's like a online player count, right? Dude, what the heck? Is there any other like ancient website photos? Wait, what is this? Wait. Someone actually made like a blog website? Oh, they're so optimistic. MapleStory Classic release date tracking coming in 2026. Oh, never mind. I thought there was more clickable stuff, but okay, never mind. People are making guilds already. Classic Maplers, Dexless Sins. Okay, this website is hilarious. I saw GMS stuff at the bottom. Oh wait, why did I click return school? Oh my god. Come on, man. Can we clutch the baby chick again? Just like the 4th or 5th time? 9 eggs? Wait. You got another one. Let's go. Dude, we are lucking out, man. Holy crap. I mean, it's a sign. They're supporting the farm. The game is supporting organic farmers. Yup. We are being subsidized by the game. Let me check our scroll count. Let me see. 132, 10%. Damn. 8k. Oh my god. We're almost out of full stack of crystal ores. Well, lucky ones. 93 chaos crystals. Okay. Let's see. We killed 10, 20, 30, 40, 80. What is it? 80, 84k gobies? Damn. Yeah, I don't think I can find anything else related to the active player count, unfortunately. So we'll just leave it off at 60k Steam players, all-time peak, day 1 of Classic World launch. I feel like that's doable, right? I'm not gonna say like 100k. Oh, well, that's kind of interesting, I guess. If one thing we learned, Nexon headquarters is not in South Korea, but Tokyo. That kind of threw me off guard, if anything. Well, let me see what else can we... I haven't really looked at the feedback page. Let me check this out. Dude, I don't know who this individual is, but they keep like introducing all these L takes in the Discord. I'm not gonna say who specifically, but every time I see their dumbass avatar, their name, their Discord name, I just skip over their posts, man. I don't even give a read at this point. Dude, like, oh my god. Yeah, nothing really too interesting. I don't know, I feel like also people in the feedback section or suggestions section, all they do is suggest without like any reason behind their suggestion. And they always say, oh, just add this, add that. But why should they add this or that? You know what I mean? I guess that's it to all the to all the data mine stuff. I mean, I'm just reading comments. Imagine reading, by the way. Imagine reading. Oh, it's 24. Dude, I thought this was good. Dude, today we have seen so many yellow hats. Which is a good thing, but... I have yet to see a purple or above overall. They're so hard to get, man. Have you guys seen like a purple and above overall for any class? I don't care like what level it is. I have never seen anything of the sort, man. Hey, what is this? Oh, shoot. What the? Yo, what is this page? Oh, wait. You guys can't see this. Someone made like this website for like all the quests. Bro, what is this? Absolutely insane. These are all the quests available in the beta. So I know the Strange and Familiar Wood one. This is one of the quests you have to do for the chat and label rings. I'm not too sure which one specifically, but... I know this one is the one you need to do. But I'm not sure what the other one is. Maybe it's the Beyond the Unknown one? You guys don't want spoilers? Look away, but I'm gonna click on it. I want to see what you gotta do for it. Alright, here we go. Oh, it doesn't give you the information? Oh, it's just a checklist? Oh, that's... Oh, never mind. I thought you were able to click on the quest and like... it'll give you the information. Am I doing something wrong? Oh, that's lame. It's just a checker. No, man. I thought this was something great. Maybe I'm doing the same thing I did yesterday, but I can't, man. And I'm curious about something. We gotta look into it. What is this website? Oh wait, I found it. I found the website that gives you the quest, the quest details. Yeah, they say curiosity killed the cat. I'm not sure, man. We still alive, man. We still alive. And let me see. I don't want spoilers. Look away. Where's the event quest? Oh, here it is. Wait, that's it? You just talk to them once? Well, that's cool. If you do KPQ for the first time, you get like a random... I guess the intermediate scrolls are 60s, right? You get a random earring 60 scroll? Ooh. Oh. Okay, so apparently there's a glossomatic attack this early in the game. I mean, that's a good thing, right? They nerfed int. I want to say, like, magic attack scrolls were so rare. Oh my god, the cursed dog quest is still around. Wait, did they lower it? 50, 70... What is that? 120, 220, 370, $570? How much was it in Artale? It was like something ridiculous, right? Oh, this time around, get to hunt the monster too. Oh. Damn, you can't cheese levels. There's a kill count to it. Damn. Let me see. Any good items? Nope. Alright, come on. Can we clutch another baby chick? Wait, you're at 6 eggs? It's looking grim, man. Dude, what is this? We got 2? Nah, man. Rigged the race. Today's rigged, man. Bro, please tell me I'm not the only one, right? Hey, man. If the game is subsidizing these baby chicks, the item drop rate buffs, I ain't saying no, man. As we should. Anyway. Yeah, that cursed dog quest definitely has been changed. I think for the better. You know, in Artale, when people would level up mules, they just buy the dolls from auction house. So you actually gotta play the game. I guess in this case, like, you can't just gather all the ETCs. Like, you're gonna have to do the hunting anyway. So you can't just like gather all the ETCs, make a new character, transfer all those ETCs, and just power level that new character up. Because that character still has to kill the monsters. Damn. No more cheesing, man. Wait, what? Wait, Icarus capes have different colors. So I'm assuming these capes... These are like, you know, the jump... What was it? Jump, avoid, and speed capes? Ooh, that's pretty cool. Different colors to like distinguish between the three. Instead of seeing like Icarus Cape 1, 2, and 3. I like that. That's pretty good. I'm assuming the blue cape is the speed one, the best one. Let me see. Oh, Manji. Yeah, well, y'all remember that the animation MapleStory made? Wait, you can get leaf earrings? Wait, were leaf earrings the one that gave magic attack? No, right? It's the fallen leaf earrings. The green ones don't really matter, right? I highly doubt if I hover over it, it'll show me the item. Nope. And looking at these quest rewards and like the EXP that they give you, it seems pretty worthwhile. Even if you ignore the EXP, like the rewards are pretty decent. Okay, the secret book. Okay, this is the sauna robe, right? Oh hell, is this a jump quest? It is, right? The Forest of Patience? Oh, no way. I ain't doing that one. Yeah, I don't know why people are saying there's no Florina Beach. I saw it yesterday, and there's a quest for it. I'm pretty sure there's Florina Beach. And this is a job advancement quest. Yeah, certainly there's a lot of quests. Wait, what level was the Icarus Cape one? Is that like around 40s? Wait, this is 30 stat. Wait. Okay, that's usable. Max accuracy roll 2. Okay. Yeah, I have one more baby chick, but I think after this one, we'll go ahead and scroll. I might have to convert some scrolls, but that's okay. Now let me scroll this warrior overall. We have 2 of them. And we got this 20 stat overall. I'm probably not going to use this one. I'll just NPC it. Now you have 2 warrior overalls. I don't think I scrolled any warrior overalls yet, so... we'll have 2 attempts. 129 stat, 130. Wait, this is a blue mage overall. Maybe this one hits? 21? Okay. Better than 20. Okay, we have 3 overalls to scroll in 8 minutes. You're really getting juice, man, just by leveling up. We're at that point where, like, we're waiting for the houses to respawn. When we started, like, we would just barely clear them everything. Like, we would just barely make it to the next respawn. Then again, we've been here for 21 levels, because we started here at 128. Damn, holy crap. Yeah, all in all, these quests, they seem very, well, I guess relevant. I feel like even if you if you settled on the main, you would still want to do these quests anyway on every character that you make. At least for the scrolls. I'm not really too sure how easy it will be to craft scrolls. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. So, like, if we're able to craft scrolls, right? I would assume scrolls don't drop from mobs. It's like if you're able to make them yourself. And the reason why I say this is because it's similar to like the spell trace thing in GMS. So you remove the scroll drop rates for like from mostly every mob. I know there's like a certain like few mobs that still drop random scrolls, but for the most case they wiped pretty much the scroll drop rate. And spell traces, at least, you're able to use whatever scroll you want, as long as you had the amount of spell traces needed to use that scroll. Because that way it eliminates the need to hunt a specific mob, like for example in ChronoStory. It's pretty universal, but I don't think we have like a drop table like... We don't have any drop table information, right? Okay, so I guess I have like two weird takes. The first one is fire poison mages aren't as bad as we think, despite the fire arrow nerfs. And the second one is like scrolls won't drop from mobs. As strange as that sounds. Instead, you'll get the materials to make the scrolls that you need. Let me just double check though. Let me see if there's like a drop table. I'm pretty sure there's not. Now let me see. Drop table. Yeah, I don't think there's one. Five-hour grind session, and yet this guy says he can't call his ISP about the internet. Like, bro, you can grind as you're on the phone. Bro, this ain't the days with dial-up, okay? Yeah, I don't think there's any drop table information, so... Yeah, I could be wrong, but knowing a Nexon, if they're bringing elements from modern, I'm pretty sure that's maybe that's how they're gonna simplify scrolling. Could be for the better or worse, but at least this way you don't have to hunt like a specific mob to get your scroll. You can just go wherever you want. Or I guess you can have both ways, so like you can hunt the scroll directly or just make it yourself. Dude, man, if I go 2 for 2 on my predictions, man, I should just be a game designer, man. I think when my mom had internet issues, she went in person. They didn't even know how to help her, so they just gave her a new modem. And apparently that worked, so... Maybe that's your answer. If restarting doesn't work, just no exchange. Okay, 1 minute. We'll slam at least 330 scrolls for sure. Hey man, anything could happen within those 3 months. Okay, 99 chaos crystals. I was gonna say something about the whole like 99 problems thing, but I failed to come up with a follow-up. Damn, missed opportunity. Oh, I know, 99 chaos crystals and the pirate overall ain't one of them. Is that how the saying goes? Alright. Let me just cash in my eggs. Yes, we have 7. Dude, I swear if we get another coupon here, like, bro, what's going on? Okay, good. Alright, overall, we have... Do we have a major one? I think we do, right? Yeah, we have a 21. Alright. Okay, here we go. Typical. Okay. Do we need to exchange? Hold on. We should be good, right? 3.7k on this bum. Wait, I think we hit max Meso. Well, back then. Wait, I need to fix the storage after we're done. Wait, I have... Wait, oh no, this one failed. We have these two at least. Let's go with the 30. You're hoping to land at least 2 deck scrolls here, and then we'll go from there. Okay, here's one. Okay. Let's try the 29. Get 29 juicer. Here we go. Damn, plus 9 stash just like that. Holy crap. Alright, let's try for another one. Okay, can we land another one? Nope. I think we try one more. Wait, do I even have vouchers? I don't. Wait. This guy had a stack of 6.5k? Hello? Where are these spawning in from, man? Let's try this one. Tab number 2. Wait! It's gone. I think we leave it at that, right? This is 30? Do we try one more on this? Maybe, right? Let's try one more. This one we pass, right? I mean, it's max accuracy roll, which is what we want. Man, you know what? At this point, there's a trend. Just try one more. Okay. As expected. Yeah, let me fix my Meso. Hold on. Alright, so we need to take everything out. Because I don't want to bust out the calculator. Oh, here it is. 2147. 483 647. I'm not changing this number. Alright, then we store our Meso somewhere else. What do we just have on this character? Finally, man. Isn't that satisfying? Paying respect to our merchant days before in the past. Damn. I think that was worth it. And no one's here. Not bad. I think we're at 300 gas tickets too. Yeah, but I will say those quests, man. You get so many scrolls. I also gotta take a look at like what drops these materials. For the scrolls at least. I know there's like the parchment paper. Let me see, where was it? Oh man, I lost it. No, I don't know where it went. I do know there's like a parchment paper thing. And like some monster crystal. I'm not sure if you need that monster crystal for scrolls or if it's just for armor pieces, but... Are you finding a boss in ChronoStory? 100%. So in third job, you'll get this skill. They revamped... Well, I say they, but Boutei revamped this skill. This is your main single target. So pretty much every class can farm. Every class can boss. Of course, some classes will have an edge over others. But compared to back then, you know, they're not terrible. So I would say every class are like average farmers, if not some others. At least for mages, they're definitely above average. So if you want to main a mage, I mean, I'm sure at the end of the day, the numbers will be not the same, but they'll be very similar. Unless you're a Buccaneer. With third job only. Because I'm hitting 20Ks, non-crits, and then 72Ks, 80Ks, crit. As we always say, I'm sure everything is averaged out at the end of the day, so... But I'm just not used to seeing, like, so much variance, you know? From 20k to 80k? And it's only 80k damage if we hit the 6 dice buff. If we don't hit that, I think like 70k. For Energy Blast. Because apparently Thunder Spear was super laggy back then. I wouldn't know. Well, yeah, it's just not worth like weaving the frozen mechanic to deal extra damage. Unless when you use Elemental Comp, the freeze stack, I guess a freeze stack, stays for the whole 10 seconds, but I don't think that's the case. Because this unfreezes them, so it removes the, I guess, frozen stack. I was gonna say Fire Poison suck at bossing, but I'm pretty sure they have the same skill. They have the skills, right? It's just natural for me to bag on Fire Poisons, man. I can't help it. But, you know, as much as they bag on them now, I'm pretty sure in the beta, they're gonna pop off that freaking Forgotten Hollow, man. Mark my words. Although I will say the Magic Cloud nerf, I'm not sure how significant that minus 10 basic attack damage is, but... At least from what I remember, from GMS, because GMS, they have like this temporary event where you can play... I guess like classic world, like jobs. And not only was the Magic Cloud range like really short compared to how it is originally, it just felt a lot clunkier to use. Update third job, you mean fourth job? 100%. I'm pretty sure... maybe you're talking about Thunder Spear. No, your main skill will be this one. Oh, classic. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it in another sense, the fact that we don't know is kind of exciting, right? Because they can always change things last minute. Like maybe they found like a better approach. Maybe if they listen to the community. I don't know. At least for Ice Lining, I feel like they're gonna import the whole like freeze mechanic, like freeze stack mechanic. Third and fourth job. Because how it works in GMS, like when you use an ice move or an ice related skill, it would mark the enemy with like this like freeze icon. This ice this ice icon. And I believe when you use an electric attack, it consumes that mark. Like it gives you like bonus damage and crit damage and all that. And seeing how there's crit damage in Classic World, I bet they're gonna do something about that. Because you can stack this freeze mark up to like 5 times, I believe. So your summon and fourth job actually had a use. If not your other skills. Like if they didn't add the crit damage thing, then maybe I wouldn't have said this was possible. But the fact that crit damage exists in Classic World, which is pretty insane by the way. There's definitely more possibilities for them to import like modern type features or like mechanics from GMS. Of course, balanced, not like direct copy and paste. Same thing for fire poison as well. As like if they use poison and the fire skill in the same area, the poison explodes. So there's some potential interaction there. Will people like it? Maybe not at first, but because if anything, like at least how they balance second job compared to back then, they just pretty much change up the passives. But yeah, this is all speculation, of course. And when he said 50-50 classic back then and modern now, like, that's why I'm saying all these, like, I'm not sure how to call it, like, open ideas. But yeah, feel free to agree or disagree with me. I'm always open to like hearing more ideas. Like, I think the main reason why I feel like they have to change some things, because like if not, why wouldn't you just play a private server? You know what I mean? There's many out there. If you really want the old school vibe, you just play one of those, right? Yeah, I'm always opening up my inventory because I really want to find like something else to scroll. At least one more scroll attempt, man. We gotta land at least 230s back to back. Come on, man. FP, I mean, honestly, even with solo XP, like, I think the main perk of for going fire poison and like mist training is that you can do it whenever you want, right? You're not reliant on like having a full party. You don't have to recruit. It's just you and yourself, right? You yourself. Not to mention you can grind on like super higher level monsters. I think that's what makes it worth it. Like, given how they changed the poison bubble in second job, if you really are a believer of the class, I guess you can main that instead of an ice lightning. I feel like between ice lightning and fire poison, ice lightning is more predictable. Like, who even knows how good the new poison skill is, right? In third job, no one knows. I mean, people are already yapping about how, like, fire poisons are giga nerfed before the beta. I'll be devil's advocate, man. I do like being the devil's advocate. I will say that you also gotta factor in the elemental weaknesses. So I'm assuming they're not as bad as people think they are, but we'll see. Because like, what if they change Mist to like be scaled based on your own magic? You know what I mean? Like, similar to the poison bubble. So it's weaker early on, but stronger later. Bosses, at least, you know, the end game bosses that we all think about. Definitely not. Oh my gosh, Sheik broke. No more baby chicks. Not bad though. We were surviving for the longest time. One or two crystals. 8k ores. Oh my god. I do know down the line, like, they added this like active, I think, where it pretty much negated your elemental like bonus. But the elemental thing is what I really appreciate about the mages, at least. So hopefully they don't add the same skill in. What was the name of the skill? Like elemental... It's not composition. I don't even know. Yo, Topo, thanks for the follow. Because I'm really saying, like, you just gotta pick a class and just make sure that you generally are a fan of the class. Because regardless of how weak Paladin might get, I'm still gonna play it. Like, even if the third job charges, you have to rebuff it after every skill. So be it, man. Like, we are in it for the long haul, man. And then, you know, there's freaking priests or clerics. 3 mob, triple line, holy arrow. All good. So since Spearman has that passive and final attack to heal, technically they can heal for 11%, right? Actually, no, it heals for 10% of the damage dealt. So yeah, so 11. With the bless buff from the clerics. It just kind of sucks how HB doesn't give MP anymore. Would that even matter for the mage? If it still gave MP or not? Because, like, you can only heal like every 5 seconds, right? What is the cooldown on MP Eater now? Let me actually confirm. Oh wait, these skill changes don't give you the old description before. Oh god. I'm pretty sure it was like 5 seconds or something, right? Yeah, I'm kind of curious why they decided to give the passive for the Spear Mastery avoidability. It feels kind of random to give them avoidability. I guess that's more like bossing oriented, right? With full on your mobbing, so like that you definitely want that speed boost. Okay, that makes sense. I guess there's no really like other stat, right? For the spear, for bossing. Because like if you're not a thief, I would imagine you're not really dodging much anyway. Yo, Zombro, thanks for the follow. Yeah, that is a good package, but if they're gonna leave in the healing from the final attack, then that means they're gonna have to revamp Berserk somehow, right? I feel like we talked about this, but like Artale, I think Rex said it's above a certain threshold, not below it. That seems like an easy fix to me. Otherwise, you would have to toggle off the final attack, which means less damage for you for no reason. And game DKs, I'm not too sure. I guess this guy's doing the quest line. I wish I could say. I have no clue, honestly. Let's see, you have 304. Apex is trash compared to 304, but if you're hunting for the scales, I think that's your best bet. I thought this guy, like, it was a party between just himself, a priest meal, and his DK. He was just spamming roar in 304 and healing with his priest. That looks so easy, man. It looks so free. But I'm pretty sure at this moment 304 is the best map, regardless of Leaf Free. At least before Scalies. We'll see how Scalies and Newts would change it, but... yeah, if I were to take a guess, it's definitely 304. If not, everyone goes there. Like, I haven't really been there on the hero. Like recently, that map just sucks so bad for Buccaneers. Maybe it's not as bad as I think, but at least when I was there. Actually, when was the last time I was there? Maybe I was early 120, so I gained like 150 strength stats since then. Maybe it's more tolerable now. But I really don't like using Shockwave. So I just go to Apex. Not to mention too, like I want to get the Pirate Glove and the Spirits and Scales. It feels so weird to not have the item drop buff. Oh no, man. Okay, it's okay, we're gonna wrap things up soon. I'm hoping for one more overall. So we can slam, but... do I have anything in storage? I don't think so. Maybe the pirate shoe? But I don't really care for the shoe at this point. Yeah, I don't think today we landed 230s back to back. Or like 230s in general, man. Who cares if it's not back to back or not? Or if it is back to back. But definitely for sure our hard cap is like landing 4 total, man. I've not landed the 4 30s ever. Yo, Sin, thanks for the follow. I will say though, after getting his penguin pet, it makes more sense of him floating in the water. The robot, not so much. Yeah, but I think C-Mac made a great point. Next, actually, was it C-Mac? It's either C-Mac or G, but definitely gonna get a Yeti next. Alright, but let me see our equips. Nope, nothing. Oh well. Let me just redeem my eggs. Baby chick! Alright, our streak has officially ended. Alright, I'm gonna end things here. We finally hit our Meso goal. 1%, 483, 6%. If you know, you know, but... Other than that, man, y'all have a good rest of your night. Hope y'all hit your drops, rolls, and scrolls. Peace.